You've done everything right. You wake up, make your tea, and start your day, hoping it'll bring calm, comfort, maybe even a bit of healing. But what if that simple cup is quietly working against you? What if that trusted tea was quietly draining your energy, irritating your joints, or even affecting your sleep or kidneys, and no one ever warned you? You're not imagining it. That fatigue, that bloating, those stiff knees. You've tried to explain it. But maybe you've been told, that's just aging. It's not always aging. Because now, even doctors are beginning to admit what many seniors have felt for years. Not everything labeled healthy is safe for you after 60. And one of the biggest hidden culprits? Tea. Yes, tea. Especially 4 common kinds that many older adults drink every day, unaware of the damage it can quietly cause. But here's the good news. Japan's oldest living doctor, still practicing medicine at over 100 years old, has spoken up. He's warning seniors about the 4 worst teas to avoid, and more importantly, revealing the 4 teas that can actually heal. Teas that soothe inflammation, calm your nerves, protect your heart, and even support your memory. This isn't a scare tactic. This is about giving you control again, over how you feel, how you sleep, how you move. Because one simple change, one small swap in your cup, could lead to more energy, better digestion, steadier joints, and deeper rest. If you've been feeling off lately, and no one can quite explain why, please, don't miss this. This might be the answer you've been searching for. If a tea is quietly harming you, wouldn't you want to know? Let's talk about it. You deserve to feel better. When you're over 60, your body changes in ways that don't always make sense. You might feel more tired, even after sleeping. Maybe your joints feel a little stiffer in the morning. Your digestion doesn't work like it used to. Or your heart beats a little faster than you'd like when you're just trying to rest. And through it all, you've tried to stay healthy. You've swapped sodas for tea, cut back on sugar, even tried herbal blends. Because you were told, like so many others, that tea is natural. That tea is gentle. That tea is good for you. But here's something most people don't realize. What's good for a 30-year-old body might not be safe for a 70-year-old one. The truth is, your metabolism slows down. Your kidneys work harder. Your nervous system gets more sensitive. And your sleep becomes more fragile, more easily disturbed. Some teas, even the so-called healthy ones, can quietly overload your system. Too much caffeine, harsh herbs, acidic blends, additives you didn't even know were there. And over time, it adds up. That's what Japan's oldest doctor began noticing. Patients in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, all drinking tea daily, but still struggling with sleep, fatigue, blood pressure, or kidney function. So he did something many wouldn't dare. He looked closer at the tea itself. And what he found changed everything. There were 4 common teas that consistently worsened symptoms in older adults. And 4 healing teas that brought calm, better circulation, fewer cramps, and even sharper memory. No prescriptions. No side effects. Just a few mindful changes in their tea routine. You don't have to overhaul your life. You don't even need to give up tea entirely. But if you've been feeling off, and you can't quite explain it, this could be a missing link. Because when you're over 60, it's not just what you drink. It's how your body handles it. And that brings us to Mary. She's 71. A kind soul, soft-spoken, loves puzzles and pottering in her garden. Every night for years, she drank green tea before bed, thinking it would relax her. But instead, she kept waking up. Her mind racing. Her body tired, but restless. And every morning, she felt like she hadn't slept at all. Doctors told her it was menopause, or anxiety, or aging. But no one ever asked about her tea. Until one day, She read what Japan's oldest doctor had to say. That for older adults, even small amounts of caffeine can linger in the body much longer. That the liver doesn't clear it as fast. That what's relaxing for a 40-year-old might be stimulating for someone older, especially at night. So Mary made one small change. She stopped drinking green tea after 2 p.m. Switched to a calming, caffeine-free herbal blend. And within a few days, she was sleeping through the night. No anxiety. No tossing. Number 3 a.m. wake-ups. Just peace. Imagine that. Falling asleep easily, staying asleep, and waking up actually rested. That's the power of the right tea, at the right time. And Mary's not the only one. Japan's oldest doctor, Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, avoided caffeine teas himself later in life. He believed sleep was the foundation of healing, and that overstimulation was a quiet enemy for aging hearts and minds. So if you drink green tea, black tea, or yerba mate late in the day, it might be time to rethink that habit. Because sometimes, the very thing meant to help you unwind could be keeping your body from truly resting. And it's not just caffeine. Some teas that promise to cleanse or detox may be doing more harm than good. Let's take a closer look. You've seen them. Pretty packaging. Words like slim, clean, or flush toxins. Maybe you even tried one, hoping to feel lighter, less bloated, more energized. But instead, your stomach churned. You spent more time in the bathroom. You felt dizzy or drained. And you probably thought, well, maybe that's just part of the cleanse. But it's not. Many of these over-the-counter detox teas contain ingredients like senna or cascara, natural, yes, but also harsh stimulant laxatives. These don't just help you go. They force your digestive system into overdrive. And when you're over 60, that can be risky. Why? Because as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to dehydration. When you're flushing out too quickly, you're not just losing waste. You're losing fluids, minerals, and precious electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. These are vital for your heart rhythm, your muscles, and even your memory. And when your levels drop too low, you might feel weak, shaky, lightheaded. You could experience leg cramps, irregular heartbeat, or even a dangerous fall. Geriatric doctors warn about this all the time, especially in older women who are often sold these teas without any real warnings. So if you've been drinking a detox tea every day, or even a few times a week, thinking it's helping, please pause. Your body is already wise, already built to cleanse itself, through your liver, your kidneys, your lymph system. You don't need to suffer bathroom runs to feel clean. And honestly, a tea that promises to flush everything out? Sometimes, it flushes out your peace, and your potassium, too. Instead of forcing your body to do something harsh, you can support it gently. With the right tea. At the right time. In a way that works with your body, not against it. So skip the detox teas unless your doctor specifically recommends one. And if you're looking for a tea that can actually support digestion, reduce inflammation, and calm your system, you're going to want to hear what comes next. Because there's a tea from Japan, warm, earthy, naturally low in caffeine, that's doing wonders for older hearts and stomachs alike. Let's take a sip in that direction. So far, we've talked about how some teas can disrupt your rest, others, your digestion. But now, let's get clear. Japan's oldest practicing doctor, who lived and served well past 100, warned of 4 specific teas that aging bodies should approach with caution. Not because tea is bad, but because the body after 60 simply needs different things than it did at 30. So let's walk through them together, gently, without guilt, and talk about why these teas might be doing more harm than good. 1. Black tea. This one surprises many people. Black tea is often seen as elegant, traditional, a breakfast staple. But here's the catch. Black tea is high in caffeine and acidity. And when your kidneys are aging, especially if you've had any history of high blood pressure, that combo can be hard to process. Caffeine can raise your heart rate. The acidity can irritate the stomach lining. And it can make it harder for your body to absorb calcium, which matters deeply for bone strength after 60. You don't have to toss it forever. But drinking several cups a day, or having it late in the afternoon, that could be slowly chipping away at your sleep, your digestion, or even your mineral balance. 2. Detox teas with laxatives. We touched on this earlier, but it's worth repeating. Teas with senna, cascara, or colon cleanse blends may seem helpful at first, but over time they can lead to dehydration, weakness, and nutrient loss. And for older adults, even a small dip in potassium can trigger fatigue, heart palpitations, or muscle cramps. So if it says, cleansing, on the box, turn it around and read the fine print. Your body already knows how to detox. It just needs the right support, not a daily flush. 3. Sweetened iced teas. Ah, yes, the classic cold glass on a hot day. But store-bought iced teas are often loaded with added sugars and phosphoric acid, both of which spell trouble over time. Sugar, as we know, can contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and even memory issues in older adults. And phosphoric acid, it weakens bones and strains kidney function. So if you've been sipping iced tea regularly, especially those bottled or powdered kinds, consider switching to unsweetened herbal brews or making your own with a slice of lemon. 4. Yerba mate. This one's popular in South America and becoming trendy around the world. It's marketed as energizing, mood-boosting, even good for focus. But yerba mate is high in caffeine and certain tannins that may irritate the stomach lining, especially in sensitive individuals or those with reflux. Some studies have also linked high consumption to a greater risk of digestive tract irritation, especially when drunk very hot. If you've been drinking it to boost energy, but find yourself feeling jittery, bloated, or anxious, it might be your body's way of saying, "This isn't working for me anymore." Now, let me pause and say this gently. If you've been sipping one of these for years, don't feel bad. You did what you thought was healthy. No one gave you a guidebook for aging. And tea, after all, is supposed to be simple, right? But now you know more. And that gives you something powerful: choice. You don't have to overhaul everything. You just need to make a few swaps. And here's the good news. Dr. Hinohara didn't just warn about what to avoid. He also celebrated what to embrace. Let's talk now about the 4 teas that helped him, and many of Japan's longest-living elders, feel more energized, calmer, and healthier, well into their 90s and beyond. If this has been helpful so far, consider subscribing. Here at Senior Healing, we share gentle, practical ways to help you feel strong, steady, and supported, no matter your age. You're not alone in this. We're here every week to walk this journey with you. Now let's talk about the teas that can help your body heal, one soothing sip at a time. 1. Rooibos tea. If you've never tried rooibos, you're in for a treat. It comes from South Africa, and it's naturally caffeine-free, which makes it perfect for both morning and evening. But the real magic: it's packed with antioxidants that support heart health and help calm inflammation. Think of it like a gentle sweep, clearing out some of the stress and strain your body carries throughout the day. It has a rich, slightly sweet flavor, no bitterness, and it won't keep you up at night. Many long-lived elders in Japan enjoy a warm cup of rooibos in the late afternoon, a moment of pause, peace, and protection for the heart. 2. Chamomile tea. You might already know this one, and if you've been using it to fall asleep, you're on the right track. But chamomile does more than help you sleep. It also calms the digestive system, eases muscle tension, and helps reduce anxiety, something many older adults feel but rarely talk about. Imagine sipping it after dinner, letting your body relax, and your mind soften before bed. Just 1 cup. Just a few minutes of quiet, and you might find yourself sleeping a little deeper and waking a little brighter. 3. Ginger tea. Now this one's a favorite among elders in Japan, especially for those dealing with joint stiffness or poor circulation. Ginger tea warms the body, improves blood flow, and eases inflammation in the joints. It also helps with digestion and can reduce that bloated or sluggish feeling many people get after meals. The key is balance. You don't need it spicy. Just a few slices of fresh ginger in hot water, or a gentle ginger tea bag. Try it mid-morning or with lunch. You might find your body moving more freely in the afternoon. 4. Hojicha, roasted green tea. This is a traditional Japanese favorite, and Dr. Hinohara drank it himself in his later years. Hojicha is made by roasting green tea leaves, which lowers the caffeine and brings out a toasty, earthy flavor. It's much gentler on the stomach than regular green tea, and it contains L-theanine, a compound that promotes calm focus without making you sleepy. Think of it like the best of both worlds, a tea that supports alertness, but also quiets the nervous system. If you're trying to cut down on coffee or need something soothing in the early afternoon, this might be your perfect bridge. So how do you bring this into your day? Think of it like a tea timeline. Morning, start with ginger or hojicha, for energy, circulation, and focus. Afternoon, sip rooibos to support your heart and ease inflammation. Evening, unwind with chamomile, for rest, digestion, and peace. Simple. Natural. No pills. No pressure. Just a few mindful swaps to help your body do what it already wants to do. Heal. And imagine this for a moment. You finish your day. Dinner is done. The house is quiet. You wrap your hands around a warm cup of chamomile and breathe. No racing heart. No restless legs. Just calm. You get into bed, and for the first time in a long time, your sleep comes gently. That's not wishful thinking. That's what happens when we listen to what our body needs, and give it a little help, one cup at a time. So now you know which teas help your body heal. But in Japan, tea is never just about what's in the cup. It's about the moment you create around it. A quiet pause. A steady breath. A way to reconnect with your body, and with life itself. Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, the physician we've been learning from today, lived to be 105. And even in his final years, he kept a gentle tea ritual every day. Not a complicated ceremony. Not rare herbs. Just a peaceful moment, and the right cup of tea to match the hour. He believed that healing isn't just what you drink, it's how you treat the moment you're drinking it. In the morning, he'd sip roasted green tea slowly, often while looking out the window. He let the warmth wake up his digestion, the aroma calm his nervous system. And in the evening, a gentler brew, something like chamomile or roasted barley, to quiet the body and prepare the mind for sleep. It wasn't about fixing something. It was about caring for the body. With presence. With intention. And you can do that too. You don't need expensive ingredients. You don't need a strict routine. You just need a few minutes. A favorite mug. A quiet space. And a tea that supports your needs at that time of day. If your mornings feel stiff or foggy, try starting with ginger or hojicha. If your afternoons are tense or restless, try rooibos or lemon balm. If your nights are long and your sleep feels far away, let chamomile or lavender help you gently settle in. Even just choosing the tea, heating the water, breathing in the steam, all of it tells your body, you matter. You're safe. You're healing. This isn't just a habit. It's a daily act of self-respect. One that adds up, cup by cup, to better sleep, steadier energy, calmer digestion, and a more peaceful mind. And just imagine, a week from now, you're sitting by the window. Morning sun on your face. A warm cup in your hands. No rush. No noise. Just you, your breath, and the quiet strength of a body that's learning how to heal again. That's what this is about. And in just a moment, we'll wrap things up with a reflection and a message of hope that you deserve to hear. From worry to wisdom. From pain to possibility. Sometimes, it starts with something as simple as what's in your cup. Not a pill. Not a procedure. But a pause. A warm drink. A gentle change that reminds your body it's still capable of healing. You've learned today that even small choices, like the tea you sip, can ease inflammation, calm the heart, protect your sleep, and bring balance back to your days. It's not about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself, and letting that kindness ripple through your health. So let's look back together. You now know the 4 teas that could be quietly harming your health. Black tea, with its harsh caffeine and acidity. Detox teas that dehydrate and strain your body. Sweetened iced teas, filled with hidden sugars. And yerba mate, which can irritate the gut and overstimulate aging hearts. But you also discovered 4 powerful allies. Rooibos, for your heart. Chamomile, for your sleep and peace of mind. Ginger, to ease pain and help digestion. And hojicha, a calming, stomach-friendly Japanese tea rich in healing compounds. Remember, your body may be aging, but it hasn't stopped wanting to heal. And every small shift brings you closer to comfort, clarity, and strength. You deserve to feel good in your body. To wake up with steady energy, and wind down without worry. You deserve to feel calm, clear, and cared for. And every mindful sip, every quiet tea moment, is a small step in that direction. Healing doesn't have to be loud, or fast, or complicated. Sometimes, it starts with simply making a better cup of tea. If this video helped you or someone you love, give it a gentle thumbs up. Subscribe to Senior Healing for more simple, science-backed ways to feel better, live longer, and stay independent. And if you know a parent, a neighbor, or a friend who drinks tea every day, share this with them. You could change their health, one kind gesture at a time. In our next episode, we'll reveal a daily habit that helps protect your brain from memory loss. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's backed by decades of research. So if staying sharp and mentally strong matters to you, and we know it does, you won't want to miss that one. Here at Senior Healing, we believe aging is not the end of vitality, it's the beginning of deeper wisdom. You are seen. You are valued. And healing is always possible. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.